trusted them. We didn't ought to have trusted them. He said that over and over.
I could have brought the party down. I had a chance, and my first 2 minutes hate, years ago. Jones, Arison, and Rutherford. 3 men accused of plotting major attacks, synchronized attacks in 3 locations around the globe on the Day of Plenty. They were caught and they confessed. But years later, I was rectifying something in an edition of the Times, something unrelated. And I saw them in a picture. There they were, all 3 of them, smiling in a cafe somewhere under a huge pink umbrella. And it was the Day of Plenty. The day they were supposed to have been.
So they weren't criminals?
They couldn't have been. In that one instance in my whole life, I possessed actual evidence after the event. Evidence like that photograph could bring the party to its knees. And I deleted it.
Come back inside.
This week, we've been removing every scrap of evidence that we were ever at war with Eurasia, or at peace with East Asia.
I thought we'd always have been at war with East Asia.
What did you say?
Who cares? It's all lies anyway. You just said so.
How can you not remember that we've...
There's nothing we can do, so why waste our time together talking about it?
But you're being lied to.
I can't change anything, so why should I let it upset me?
How can you not want to...
If I engaged with it, if I really let myself think about it for any length of time, I'd go insane.
Don't you understand? History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present in which the party is always right.
I don't care, Winston. Honestly, it's boring.
We have to do something. Even if it's only for the next generation.
I'm not interested in the next generation. I'm interested in us.
You're only a rebel from the waist downwards.
My kid made sure he was some kind of enemy agent. Might have been parachuted in or something. But this is the bit that's really brilliant. What put her onto him in the first place. He was wearing a funny pair of shoes.
Where's...
So chances are he was a foreigner. Pretty smart, right? Pretty smart for a 7-year-old. The thing is, I'm glad they watch us. I am. There are people out there who hate us, hate our way of life. And if we're being watched, so are they.
What happened to...
Couldn't say, but wouldn't be surprised if it's...
Winston Smith?
O'Brien.
I mean, there is a war on.
I've been hoping for an opportunity of talking to you. You take a scholarly interest in Newspeak, I believe.
Hardly scholarly. I've never had anything to do with the actual construction of the language.
But you write it very elegantly. That is not my own opinion. I was talking recently to a friend of yours who is certainly an expert. His name has slipped my memory for this moment.
I have an advanced copy of the 10th edition of the Newspeak Dictionary. Some of the new developments are ingenious. It might interest you to look at it.
Very much. Yes, it would.
You could pick it up at my apartment. Let me give you my address. I'm usually at home in the evenings. If not, my servant will read the dictionary.
But the real point is that, well, my mother wasn't extraordinary or anything, but she protected my sister, held on to her when it came to the... But what I did, it was the party who made me behave that way. Even as a child, I was doing things which I didn't like, didn't want to do, but they... If O'Brien is what we think, in that conversation, if he meant what we think he meant, I'm going to go to him and declare myself an enemy of the party. He was talking about Tim being...
A person.
I hate them. I hate the party. I hate Big Brother. I hate the feelings that I feel because of them. I want to rip them down like clothes from a washing line. I should go now.
Winston,
to O'Brien.
Winston,
If anyone can change things, it's people like him. People with power.
I still think that...
We were only the start of this. But people will pick up where we left off. Those at the very bottom of the pile. If there's hope, real hope, it's with them. We are.
The dead. I know. It's for the future, for the unborn. I know. I'm just frightened.
If I'm mistaken, I'll look at the new dictionary and then walk away. But I'm not mistaken. You know that. It's not always going to be like this. Not forever.
I'm coming with you. It's madness, but I want to. Not for Goldstein, or for O'Brien, or for the Brotherhood. For you.
I love you. I just remembered. Chocolate. Just my life I've thought, until now, I thought I'd murdered my mother. But it feels so strange to say it out loud. It feels so obvious. But I didn't. I was a boy, 10 or 11. Where's Father?
You know the answer to that, Winston. You've always known it. I don't know why you want to torment me by asking it.
I was starving. My gut twisted.
You shouldn't be hungry, Winston, because we both know that this afternoon you helped yourself to my portion of stew from the larder after I've given you yours.
I wouldn't have to take it if you didn't starve us. Did you pick up a chocolate ration like you said?
Yes, but
I want it now.
let's have our chocolate this evening so we've got something to look forward to.
I should have more than a third.
Don't be greedy.
I should. I'm young, I'm growing, I need to eat.
Winston,
My stomach is clawing me.
Winston, you can have mine.
And hers.
Don't be so greedy. You're her big brother. She deserves to have some too.
I want it. I need it.
Winston, I can't bear this. Right. There are 4 squares. You can have 3 and 1 for your sister.
I took all 4. I snatched them from my sister's hands. I couldn't help it. I snatched it all and ran and ate it all. Mother was calling out for me,
Winston, Winston.
and my sister crying. When I got home, all their things were there, but the house was empty. They'd vanished. I always felt it was me, rather than the party.